What's up, everybody? Next Level Taken here with an important PSA, public service announcement about salty players, toxic players, and toxicity. For whatever reason, this game seems to bring out a lot of toxic players, a lot of salty players, a lot of angry players who, when they lose, when they die, when things don't go their way, when they're quote-unquote camped, whether they are really or they aren't, it doesn't really matter, or tunneled, whether they are or they aren't, you know, it's gameplay mechanics, so it's all, you know, it's all relative. Somebody can be sniping in Call of Duty, but, you know, if that's a mechanic in the game, is it fair? I'm not talking about, you know, using exploits and bugs and cheats. That obviously is cheating, but I'm talking about if you win fair and square, someone dies, you know, I die as a survivor. Sometimes I get out, sometimes I don't. As a killer, I play both, survivor and killer. As a killer, sometimes I kill one, sometimes I kill two, sometimes I kill three, four, sometimes everybody gets out. It happens. Anybody tells you different's a liar. But I got some messages last night from a toxic player who apparently has got a lot of issues. I've seen him in the communities that I'm in, interacting with other people, and I just knew, you know, sooner or later I'd run into this guy. And I happened to run into this guy yesterday. And so he went off on a diatribe of why he died and blah blah blah. And, you know, I'm using exploits and I'm this and I'm that and yada yada yada. I'm such a POS killer. You know, at least he didn't say anything racist, but you know, to that point I really don't care, because I've gotten racist messages because people think I'm all sorts of things that I'm not. You know, so I've gotten racism on every end of the spectrum. I've got a killer hot on my... Where is he? Where is she, I should say. But anywho, back to the toxic players. It's just... You get that in any game, Call of Duty, or... first-person shooters, or basically any competitive online game, or any competitive game, period. This feels really hot on my tail here. Pallet jumpers and pallet hoppers and things like that. You know, people also complain about that. It's part of the gameplay. I mean, one can only be so stealthy. This is not Metal Gear with it. You really brought her in here? I got rid of her and this one brings her right back. Okay. It's good to know. Back to what I was saying. I'm getting off track here, and I might edit this a bit. But point being, really people need to watch out. You know, I question people's mental health, especially with all the things going on, all the shootings and things. I used to work in the mental health industry. It's just not healthy. I don't know why all the hatred and all the anger. It's a video game. I'm here to have fun. Hopefully you're here to have fun. Hopefully you're here to watch to have fun. You know, I do get that there's negative people out there. I do get that people have bad days, or they want to take out their aggressions. You know, maybe in the real world, they're sitting at a desk all day and, you know, they can't complain to anybody and they feel like they're nothing. And so they want to take out their aggression on someone else. It's not right, though. If you want to attack me, I don't really care. I got a thick skin anyway. I do have messages blocked, but not because of getting, you know, complaints and salty messages, which I'm sure I get plenty of. I used to in other games. But I have it blocked because all the spam I was getting on PlayStation. And it's not a problem on Xbox, but it's a huge problem on PlayStation. I would get, oh, you know, do you want a free PSN card? This, that, and the other. Tons and tons of spam. So That's why I blocked the messages. I'm trying to pay attention here and not get killed and get my point across. The guy went a little bit too far, I think, with talking about my daughter and killing or dying or whatever the hell he said. It's not even important. But I think that's going a little too far for anybody that does things like that. That has that kind of deep-seated hatred. As soon as I jumped down, it's going to trigger this. No, it didn't. Crawl away. Oh, oops, sorry, I didn't mean to do that. I did not mean to do that to them. It's gonna be next impossible to get her off that hook now. I screwed up. But anywho, back to my original point. You know, just watch what you say online. You know, somebody could have a very bad day. You never know. All the people that constantly kill yourself. You should go kill yourself. Duh. Really, I mean, if somebody went and killed themselves, would you feel bad? I don't know, maybe they wouldn't. Maybe they got no conscience. But I just don't know if I would want that on my conscience. All over what, a video game? Because you lost? Because you died? Because somebody scored more than you? Somebody did better than you? It's just a game. Seriously. In the grand scheme of things, I don't have any money riding on this. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. No one is perfect. Anyone that tells you different is a liar. You know, does it suck when somebody uses game-breaking bugs or exploits? Yeah, it does. Hopefully they'll get patched. Do they always get patched right away? No. Yeah, that's more on the developer, if you ask me. But not that I take advantage of these bugs or exploits. Anyway, I know I've been accused of lots of things. My favorite is the lag switch. But it's just a game. Watch what you say, for everybody's sake, for everybody's state of mental health. You never know. Under the Columbine shooting, they were claimed to be big video game players. I'm not blaming what happened on that, and I hate when video games get put in the mix. Video games get blamed for, you know, violence and craziness going on. I don't even know why. What's happening has happened, the shootings and things, and somebody just went out the hatch. They had a key, they could have all went out. That sucks. But anywho, the person, he shall go nameless, the toxic player that said all he said and went off on me and blah blah blah. It's just not important to mention him, and I'm ignoring all messages, and I've blocked the user and this, that, and the other. I know people create multiple accounts, and if you want to go to that trouble, go ahead and knock yourself out. But anywho, I just don't get why some would try to ruin others' fun. You know, do you want no killers on here? Do you want no survivors on here? Do you want nobody playing this game anymore? Do you want this, you know, to turn into Evolve? That was a game that, you know, once upon a time was sort of popular and just completely died off. So I just don't know why people act the way they do, I should say. And as far as toxicity, there's a YouTuber that has like 20,000 followers. Talk about toxicity, Brandon Park, bringing them out. He has 20,000 plus subscribers, and pretty much all he does is post toxic videos and, you know, instigating the killer, getting the killer to chase him for 5 or 10 minutes, trying to get the killer PO'd. I really don't get what he gets out of that. I really don't get why somebody has so many fans of that. It's great when you can juke around and this, that, and the other. I do it sometimes, and you know, if you want to be a whatever and run around Palace all day, knock yourself out. Sometimes I do it if I'm trying to get away and what have you. But just be courteous to one another. That's all I'm saying, and I'm sure I'm talking to the wall when I say stuff like that. I think negativity sells, like bad news sells for whatever reason in the media. You know, you're more, what do you see on the news? You know, murder, rape, and robbery, and killings, and things like that, which is sad, but it doesn't sell if you go ahead and put the top story of the day. You know, somebody donated all their time or money to a soup kitchen. You know, someone built a house for family or what have you. That doesn't make the news, unfortunately. Negativity does sell. When celebrities do bad things or get in trouble, that's what sells. You know, people like for you to rise to the top just to watch you fall, just to bring you down, which is sad. I'd like to see everybody succeed, but that's just me. That's the way I was brought up. As far as toxicity goes, too, I'll address this. I don't have to address this, but I'm going to address this because I just thought it was humorous. Alright, so the guy was looking at my trophies, the one that was toxic to me, and I guess, or the games I play or what have you. And I don't have it private. Lots of people I've noticed now have it private. I don't care if you see what games I own, what games I've played, what games I've had. And keep in mind, I've had 2 accounts on PlayStation and 2 accounts on Xbox. So I have more games than just the ones that you can see on my profile, nextleveltaken, which is both on Xbox and PlayStation. Same name. And I've had 3DS and Vita and other things. So there's always games that are not going to show up in my trophy list anyway. But he was looking, and I'm not a trophy whore or a trophy hunter. I do like achievements and trophies. I don't mind them. I'll seek them out if I can. I'm not going to go out of my way. I'm not going to play a game for 60 hours that I hate just to get, a trophy or one trophy. I'm not going to let it bother me. I am sort of a completionist, but I'm not going to let something bug me if I don't get every single trophy. Some people do. But with that said, I had a trophy for, I know there's some people that play kids games, like the big one back in the day was, I don't know if it had a platinum or not. I think it might have Hannah Montana on the PS3. I never played it, and don't care to play it, but I guess some people would platinum the game because it was so easy, and it was an easy platinum, and boost up your score or what have you. That's fine and dandy. If you want to do that, knock yourself out. Here's Freddy. I could really care less. It doesn't affect me either way. But as far as the trophies and Hannah Montana and kids games, I've got a couple kids games, and Frozen got brought up. Oh, he plays Frozen, haha, like that's a knock against me or what have you. All right, I have a daughter. She plays it. I play it. I haven't given her own account, and this is where we go full circle with toxicity. I wanted to create her own account on PlayStation, and I have not, or Xbox, because of the toxic players, because of the negativity. Do I want her getting, messages? I guess I could filter it out and block the messages, but still, when she's in game, people can say anything. When she's in game, people can leave, in-game messages or get on the mic and say God knows what. And that's what I'm worried about. And people are so toxic and so negative. I really don't want to expose her that earlier than necessary, earlier than she has to. I don't believe she's been bullied yet at school, and I hope it never happens. But I don't want to expose her to negativity sooner than need be. So she doesn't have her own account yet, and I'm not sure when or if she will get an account, because I'm worried for her sake. The toxicity, the negativity, the hatred, the racism, the vileness, the language. It's just something that needs to be addressed. And even in kids' games, like Plants vs. Zombies, which I mean, I would say it's a kids' game, but I love Plants vs. Zombies. It's a great shooter, great online shooter with Garden Warfare 1 and 2. But the Frozen, I unlocked the levels for my daughter, who has trouble unlocking some of them. It's a pay-to-play title, basically. It's one of those freemium deals, free-to-play, where it's not really free-to-play. If you want it, so it's a constant grind. So if you want to unlock all 250 or 300, whatever levels are in there, and it's sort of like Columns, Tetris, meets what's that one game? I can't remember that. Candy Crush is what I'm thinking of. But I unlocked the levels for her, and I mean, she loves it, and she plays co-op with me sometimes on certain games. Not every game, but you know, she particularly likes the kids' games, Snoopy and a couple others. So yeah, Snoopy's on my list, and let's see, what else is on my list? Frozen, but I don't know, he made that as a knock against me. I have nothing to hide. That's all on my trophy list, and most of those have been acquired with my children. My kid got, my daughter got one trophy or 2 or 3 trophies, you know, that I couldn't get on certain games. You know, we played dancing games and things, so go ahead, knock me if you will. Little girl. Guy's got a lot of issues, I'll say that much. I'm not going to address it again. I might address toxicity or negativity or mental health in the future, because I think it does need to be addressed. I think something does need to be done about it. I think we do need to be kinder to each other, especially when playing a video game. It's supposed to be fun. If you're not having fun, you need to put the game down. I just messed that up completely. It's all good though. And if I get out of this alive, great. If I don't, I don't. It's just a game. They got it? Okay. It's about to go make the save. So that's all I wanted to say basically about toxicity and negativity, and sorry to see the negative toxic players getting rewarded and the negative toxic players on YouTube with all the subscribers. Oh, I'm with you. Yep. I'm not taking any chances. I'm walking right out the door. Whoever wants to join me, come on, join me. Thank you for listening. Hopefully people can take what I said, you know, to heart and keep that in mind when playing with other people. You don't know what kind of day they had. Treat each other with kindness and respect. Instead of, you know, F you, and, you know, all these homophobic slurs and things. Another thing that the toxic player, there's some toxicity right there. But another word, the C word, I heard mentioned quite a bit by one toxic YouTuber who plays this game. I don't know, there's just no room for that type of language when playing this game. I don't know what his deal is. Maybe he does it for fun or for attention or what have you. I am walking out the door. So maybe I'll never get to, you know, even a fraction, a tenth of the YouTube subscribers he has. But that's fine and dandy. I'm gonna play the game the way I want to play it. I'm gonna play it the right way. I don't like to take advantage of exploits and bugs. I don't like to cheat. I don't like to, curse out my teammates or curse out the other team or any of that stuff. It's not worth it. It just isn't. I want to be respected. I would like to respect you. I'll treat you the way that I expect to be treated back. It's been Next Level Taken with a public service announcement. Until next time.